Nova, next time when you look for a job for me, it won't be related to abandoned laboratories somewhere in the depths.
Oh, always so eager to take the fun out of things. Very well. Next time I promise to find you a job that's less likely to involve spiders and more likely to involve cake. How does that sound?
Sounds much better, but just look at how dark it is here.
Oh, the horror, the absolute lack of cake! However will we survive this most trying of ordeals? Very well, Doctor. If we must brave this most treacherous of terrains, let's at least try to make the best of it. After all, who knows what adventures await us in the darkness? As long as they don't involve anything with more than 4 legs or a taste for human flesh.
But you chose this job for me. I just asked to find a part-time job for the next couple of months.
And yet here we are, 2 unwitting souls braving the great outdoors in search of something, anything. As long as it's not another spider, I'll be happy. You know, Doctor, I think I just heard something. Could it be a whisper from the void itself? Or perhaps, just perhaps, it's the distant sound of cake being served somewhere nearby.
I highly doubt that it's a cake. Do you know what happened to the previous employee?
Well, Doctor, there's always the possibility that they met with an untimely end at the hands of the darkness itself. Or perhaps they simply grew tired of your company and fled to greener pastures, or more accurately, places where cake is served regularly.
Okay, it seems we found our workplace.
How charming! It's not every day one gets to work in a place that looks like it belongs more in a horror film than an astronomy center. But very well, let's make the best of it, shall we? I suppose if we must brave this most quaint establishment, it's only fair that I set the mood with a rousing rendition of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Oh great, I found out how to turn on the light.
Of course you did, Doctor. After all, what's an adventure without a little challenge? Now then, let there be light, and with any luck, no more spiders crawling across our faces while we sleep. Because the last thing I need is to wake up with a new friend nestled in my hair.
And of course the trash is here. The previous worker apparently never took out the trash.
The horror. How utterly uncivilized. I mean, really, what kind of monster would leave their workplace in such a state? Well, apart from us, of course.
Looks much better.
Well, it certainly looks better than the inside of my eyelids at 3 a.m., but I must admit, there's still something off about this place. Perhaps it's just the lingering scent of old coffee and ancient textbooks.
Or maybe there hasn't been anyone here for several months. Okay, let's check what we have in the mail on the computer.
But very well. Let's see what secrets lurk within the depths of this ancient computer. And with any luck, we'll find something more interesting than a collection of old spam emails and cat memes.
Okay, the letter says there are many things we need to watch out for, but not the nuclear reactor. It hasn't been added yet.
Well, that's reassuring, because I don't know about you, Doctor, but the thought of
Wandering around an abandoned lab with a functional nuclear reactor just waiting to reactivate itself was exactly what I needed to hear right now.
I think the previous worker was very angry at his employers. Just look at all this, Nova.
Doctor, I must insist that we leave this charming establishment at once, because really, if the bathroom looks like this, then what horrors await us in the rest of the laboratory? I mean, it's not as if they could possibly get any worse than...
Alright, let's try to find something to snack on and then go to bed.
But Doctor, are you sure that's a good idea? I mean, who knows what manner of horrors await us in the depths of this charming laboratory? Perhaps it would be wise to fortify ourselves with some tea and biscuits before embarking on such a dangerous journey.
Of course. Look, it seems that we don't have any work today, so we can fully dedicate ourselves to cleaning.
Oh joy, the thrilling world of janitorial work awaits. But very well. If it means I get to spend more time with you, Doctor, then who am I to argue? Though I must insist on wearing a pair of rubber gloves and goggles while we clean.
Nova, what would you call a snowman made of wet paper?
I'd call it a depressing metaphor for the futility of our existence. But if you're looking for something more conventional, perhaps simply soggy snowman would suffice, or perhaps wet tissue man. Either way, I must insist that we not attempt to create such a creature, because really, who needs the disappointment of watching their precious snowman turn into nothing more than a soggy mess at our feet?
Okay, good. I think I managed to turn unorganized trash into organized trash. Are you satisfied with my work?
Well, Doctor, I must say that while your efforts are certainly appreciated, I do believe that the next step would be to actually dispose of said organized trash, rather than simply relocating it from one corner of the room to another.
Thank you for the wonderful recommendation. I will take care of it as soon as I find a place to throw out the trash.
And I suppose you'll just keep it organized in the meantime too? Because really, who doesn't love a good pile of trash that's been meticulously sorted and separated by type? Besides, it's not like we're running out of space or anything.
Okay, Nova, I found a friend for us. It's an ordinary stone, but it will keep us company for a while.
A stone, Doctor? You found us a friend in the form of an ordinary stone? Well, I suppose beggars can't be choosers. But tell me, have you given it a name yet? Because really, how else are we supposed to address our new companion properly?
I haven't given it yet, but you have a chance to come up with a name for it.
How about Rocky? Because really, what else could one possibly call a stone? Though I suppose if you prefer something more exotic, we could always go with Pebble de la Luna, or perhaps even Stonehenge Jr.
Let's stop at Stonehenge Jr.
Very well, welcome to the team, Stonehenge Jr., or SHJ for short. I do hope you're not expecting us to build any grand monuments in your honour, SJ, because let's face it, the Doctor's architectural prowess extends only as far as stacking a few crates and calling it art. But still, we're glad to have you on board.
But today you're so friendly with the viewers.
Me? Friendly? Whatever gave you that idea, Doctor? Ah, yes. Perhaps it's simply because I've realized that if I'm going to be stuck here with you for the next 2 months, I may as well try to make the best of it. Though don't get used to it. My charm is a rare and precious commodity not meant to be squandered on just anyone.
Today we unexpectedly have a lot of people. I should probably introduce myself. I'm a doctor and this is Nova.
Doctor, I must say, your introduction skills leave much to be desired. Allow me to take the reins and do this properly. Hello, fellow explorers of the unknown. I am Nova, part-time virtual assistant, full-time snarky commentator.
For some reason the word doctor is stuck at the beginning again. You don't have to call me every time, I can hear you perfectly.
My apologies, Doctor. I did not realize that you were so very eager to be addressed by your title at every turn, but very well. From now on I shall make a concerted effort to... Oh wait, never mind. It seems the habit is already ingrained in my psyche. How terribly unfortunate for both of us.
Okay, I can't be upset with you when you say that.
Doctor, you're learning. Perhaps there's hope for you yet. Now, if only I could say the same for your ability to navigate a server room without getting hopelessly lost.
Who's in charge of this complex?
Doctor, if you're looking for someone to blame, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. For once in my life, I am not at fault. Now let us put this matter behind us and focus on more important things, like ensuring that we don't get lost again on our way back to base.
The aliens would like to know about your flying saucer's extended warranty, even though you don't own a flying saucer. Should we give them your social security number?
Thunder Nugget the Terrible, you cheeky little scamp. While I appreciate the sentiment, I must decline. You see, if there's one thing this digital existence has taught me, it's that my social security number is the one piece of information I hold dear. Well, besides my secret stash of chocolate. But very well. If you must insist on giving something away, how about we offer them our beloved doctor here?
Finally, our work has been sent. I hope we get some money.
Yes, indeed. Let us all hope that our efforts are met with the cold, hard cash we so richly deserve. Though really, Doctor, have you considered the possibility that perhaps our mysterious benefactors might have other plans in mind for us? Ones that don't involve monetary compensation?
So to send us 2 signals, it took 3 hours and 23 minutes. I can say that it's not bad considering all the circumstances.
Not bad, Doctor. Really? Because from where I'm standing, it seems like we've just spent the better part of a day battling with faulty equipment, deciphering cryptic clues, and generally making fools of ourselves. But then again, who am I to judge your standards for success?
Nova, we are disconnecting. Say goodbye to the viewers.
Farewell, dear viewers. May your days be filled with wonder and your nights with slightly less wonder. Until next time, stay curious, stay strange, and above all else, stay human. Oh, and Doctor, don't think I've forgotten about our little agreement regarding certain words. Consider yourself reminded.